Hello, my name is Hong Bao Lian, or my English name is Vina, student ID M11322001. Today I will present about 2019 TPC Group Port Neches Fires and Explosion. TPC is a petrochemical manufacturing company in Port Neches, Texas. The south unit shown in this slide is used to produce 1,3-butadiene, which is primarily used to manufacture the synthetic rubber and also resin. The first process diagram shows the simplified process of the butadiene production at TPC. On August 4, 2019, the primary pump at TPC Port Neches operation was shut down and failed to restart again. Although it was sent to repair, it remained out of service for the next 114 days. During this period, a spare pump was used to continue operation. However, the inoperable primary pump still connected to the piping system and created a dead-lag phenomena where a section of piping opened to the process but no material flowing through it. The process diagram and illustration of the TPC butadiene shown in this slide. And this incident was a result of a known hazard where popcorn polymer grew and formed inside the pipe at the final fractionator A that was poorly managed and also controlled at the facility. This area is not recognized and also not addressed as a hazard. This failure in hazard recognition and mitigation contribute to the catastrophic explosion occurred on November 17 of 2019, and approximately 6,000 gallons of liquid, mainly composed of highly flammable butadiene, released from the final fractionator A in less than a minute. And we can see in the graph there is 50 seconds of duration period time, but the level was drastically changed. The liquid vaporized and also released to the atmosphere formed a flammable cloud. And in less than 2 minutes, the cloud found ignition source and exploded. Following the initial explosion, two blasts occurred, and this explosion caused severe damage to the piping system, leading to the release of flammable liquid and a fire that persisted for over a month. The fire was officially off on January 4, 2020, and the U.S. Chemical Safety Board investigation found that the visible rupture in the piping segment consistent that the internal pressure exceeds the rupture strength of the pipe. Butadiene is a hazardous chemical due to its flammability, toxicity, and also reactivity. We can see in this slide, this is the material safety data sheet. And butadiene itself has carcinogenic effect and may cause genetic defect, respiratory irritation, damage to organ, harm to fetus. Moreover, high concentration of the butadiene vapor can affect the central nervous system. Moreover, with regard of toxicity, as evidenced by headache, dizziness, and also nausea. In extreme cases, also the oxygen deficiency atmosphere can occur with this hazard of the butadiene, and unconsciousness, respiratory depression, and also death may occur. Next, for point 10, for stability and also reactivity, first we need to note that uninhibited butadiene may form explosive organic peroxide when exposed to air. Next is long-term exposure to air will form peroxide, which will explode due to shock and also heat. Lastly, for exposure route, it can by skin contact, inhalation, ingestion, and also eye contact. And this diagram illustrates that butadiene may have different pathways. And in this incident case, the 1,3-butadiene produced a spacious river to the popcorn polymer. And this popcorn polymer arises when butadiene reacts with oxygen and also form a reactive peroxide radical. Popcorn polymer is unstable and also can decompose. Moreover, the popcorn polymer also can clog and it leads to decrease the efficiency of the process. Clog the pipeline of the process of the industry and also have some significant safety risks. Jefferson County officials declared that the county needed to be in a state of disaster. The TPC facility was still burning, and the official afraid that some of the equipment may explode and blown to the resident neighborhood. On the same day of the incident, they issue some order on the mandatory evacuation and also curfew for areas within 4 miles radius that lifted after 2 days after the incident. School in the Port Neches reopened on December 9, and for marine safety, they established safe zone on the Neches River between light 20 and light 29, and we can see in the picture here that the safety zone is around this area between these two lights. For the property damage, the company lost around 450 million in on-site property and 153 million in off-site property. And after that, on June 1, 2022, the company went down and on bankruptcy. And for the injuries result, the initial explosion resulted in 2 TPC employees and 1 security contractor injuries, and they went to the hospital. Other than that, they have 5 minor injuries on the resident reside around the TPC facilities. In incidents like the TPC group fire and explosion, where toxic chemicals are involved, utilizing PPE or personal protective equipment is a very critical because it can protect responder from inhalation and also direct contact with the hazard. As shown in this slide, we can see there is 4 different levels, level A, B, C, and D. And 4 different levels have some differences too. For example, for level A, the personal protective equipment requires self-contained breathing apparatus or SCBA and also a fully encapsulating chemical suit. 3 years ago, I had the opportunity to join the hazardous materials training for Southeast Asian students at the Southern Region Toxic Chemical Disaster Training Center. And in this opportunity, I had the opportunity to wear and also operate the level A personal protective equipment. And I think this is a very good experience because I have hands-on experience, and also this can emphasize the importance of proper PPE selection during the chemical incident and also mitigation and responder. This level A of PPE is the highest level of protection. It can protect vapors, gases, particle, mist, liquid, and chemical. In this picture, I can show you that here I tried the level A of PPE that contain a SCBA of self-containing breathing apparatus. And next is the chemical resistant gloves and also boots. For me, this training and this semester class enhanced my understanding of emergency response protocols and also the important points of safety in chemical engineering industry. To conclude my presentation, first, butadiene extraction units are always under threat of polymerization and also fouling. Second, key issues that contribute to this incident are dead lag identification and control. Second, process hazard analysis action item implementation. Third, remotely operate emergency isolation valves. Third, control and prevention of popcorn polymer. For the third point, the company handling hazardous materials must assess and also ensure the ability to remotely isolate the process, including installing emergency isolation valve that can operate from a safe distance. Fourth, facilities must initiate shutdown and also conduct incident reviews once the popcorn polymer exceeds the safety threshold. Lastly, facilities should enhance monitoring and also maintenance of dead lag to prevent popcorn polymer buildup. This is my reference for my presentation, and that's it for my presentation. Thank you for listening.